Hello, it's the Dazzling One with another real life talk. Well, in today's video, we are going to discuss excuses. You heard it. In today's video, we're discussing excuses. Why do we make excuses? What do we get from excuses? And why do we get to a place where every word out of our mouth is an excuse? I think it goes to taking ownership for ourselves, for mistakes, for bad choices, for bad decisions. We need to say, you know what? I'm running late because I didn't plan correctly. I didn't complete the work because I was on Facebook. I messed up, basically. For whatever reason, we messed up. We're not perfect. Do you want to be a person that makes excuses, or do you want to be a person that takes ownership for the choices and decisions that you make? By taking ownership, you're choosing at that moment to make a different decision. You're also choosing to think about things in a different way. Example, I'm always late. I never can get things right. Every time I set a goal, I never reach it. Instead of saying it that way, why not say, you know, in the past, I've always struggled with time, but today's a new day. And in that day, I choose to be on time. So what does that look like for me? Well, it looks like I'm going to leave a little bit early. I'm not going to try to do a task that I know is going to take longer than the time that I have to leave. That way I'm not running behind schedule. I'm going to get up a little bit early. So why didn't I get the work done? Well, instead of taking social time or my downtime to look on Facebook and keep track of what's happening, I decided to do it now instead of exhibiting control to complete the work that I needed to complete so that I could and can complete the work. Excuses become something that keeps us locked. And a couple of times you give an excuse, people are like, oh, okay, you know, hey, it's life, it happens, we're all not perfect, whatever. But when excuses become your life, it's almost like people become numb. They don't listen to anything you have to say. They don't believe you. You don't want that to happen. Once you reach that goal, that's even deeper than excuses. It could be because you didn't map it out, you didn't plan it, or even something as big as you really didn't believe that you could achieve it. We've all set goals and failed goals throughout our lives. It's all part of growth. But when you set a goal and you don't even try, don't even make something different, that's a whole different conversation. So I want you to think about today think about an area where you always make excuses. I can never be on time. We'll use that one because that has been one that I've struggled with. But I've also defeated it as well. And every once in a while, I'll fall back into those old patterns. So we'll just use that as what we're going to work on. So what do I need to do? Well, I would always joke that, oh, I was born 5 days late and I've been trying to catch up every day since. But it's not funny. And it's not cute. When you somebody, and it kind of resonates with me in my mind, that when you are late, say you're supposed to meet somebody for lunch or tea or a meeting, anything, and when you're late, you show that person that you don't respect them and that you don't think that they are valuable. Wow, that floored me. That floored me. So then I started thinking, that is never my intention to make anybody feel that way. I just don't operate that way. But by not being on time, I'm kind of operating that way. For the most part, I've overcome it. I know that it is, believe me, it's something that I work on personally daily to be on top of. And understanding that how my mind works, understanding how I work, have found some systems that have helped me, because I don't want to be coming into a room late when everything's gotten started. I don't want to be a distraction. I don't want that feeling of, I'm kind of messed up, you know. Who needs that, you know? For example, when you know that there's something that you do or something that you struggle with, which leads you to making an excuse, what you want to do is sit down with yourself, okay? I mean, by yourself in a quiet place. Take out a piece of paper. Right at the top of the paper, for example, we're using my time. So write down, I tend to run late. What can I do to change it? It doesn't have to be some radical change. It just has to be changing one thing that I did before that I choose not to do now. That's how I can be released from having to make the excuse. So, bring it all the way back to the beginning again. I don't want to make excuses. I don't want to be late. So, I need to what? A, leave early. B, maybe I need to get ready earlier. C, if it's at morning time, I need to be up earlier. And if it's all middle of the day and I have one appointment, I have to go to another appointment, then I need to make sure I'm mindful of what time it is. If I say I have an appointment at 2 and I have an appointment at 4, and I know that it takes me 15 minutes to get from appointment 2 to appointment 4. So that means I need to be out of appointment 2 no later than 1:40 so that I can be arriving there. Now that's cutting it kind of tight. So maybe I need to either schedule my appointments farther out because of traffic and, you know, if there's something going on in the weather, whatever. I need to strategically plan things out. I've always admired people they're always 15, 20 minutes early for everything. They're never late. And then you hear that saying, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. Those people I look up to because I'm like, but I know that if I continue to change just one thing in that area, I'm not going to have to make excuses when I get to where I'm going. So I use my time as a reason. I don't want people to be like, oh, that's, her, she's always late. Oh, she's operating on her own time schedule, or she's, we can't really depend on her to be here at 4. She'll probably get here about 4:30, 4:15, 4:30. I don't want to be the one in the group that drops the ball. So even if nobody else is involved and it's just me, I need to be somewhere, I have an appointment, I need to see something, I need to do something. It's just devaluing yourself personally, not just the people that might be involved, but you're devaluing yourself when you make excuses. When you make excuses, it ultimately, no matter what area it is, when you're making an excuse, you're ultimately saying to somebody else, I really don't care about you or your time. I'm just saying something so that I'm not going to deliver. I'm just saying something that I think you want to hear, but I never really had any intention on doing it. Wow. Kind of below the belt, huh? I know, I feel it. I'm taking my own advice to heart in areas of my life that I need to work on. This is the Dazzling One with another real life talk. And I hope that you found this information useful. I hope you take a small tip from it and apply it to your life. I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.